Welcome back to Sports Talk. Today we got college basketball. I don't know what week it is, but this video might be a little bit fast, like quicker than usual. 'Cause I don't know. It's just kind of late. Like I kind of forgot about this till now. Um, and I got school tomorrow, so. But yeah. All right. So number one. All right. Top four is not moving. They all didn't. None of them lost. I was thinking there was. I was thinking about making like a lot of movement. Um, you may see that next week. I don't know. I was gonna do Kansas 1, Alabama 2, Houston 3, Purdue 4, but I decided to keep it how it was since none of them really lost. We got all teams moving up. UCLA to 5 that keep on winning. Texas, I really don't know if Texas is all that good, but they are 15 and 2, so they just beat Texas Tech and TCU, so good wins for them. That was kind of impressive. Gonzaga at 7. They just keep on winning. They haven't really played any. They played a close game against BYU. They didn't look too good in that game. Xavier's been looking really good. Uh, they're on what, like an 11 game win streak, something like that. They just beat Creighton and Marquette, two really good wins for them. So yeah, Xavier's been really good this year. Tennessee, moving down 4, they just lost to Kentucky. Kentucky looked pretty good in that game. First time in a while they looked good. Yeah. I mean Tennessee's still good though. Arizona also lost. Who did they lose to? They lost to Oregon. Kind of got blown out. They didn't look very good. Um, Arizona's starting to worry me. They lost 2 of their last 3. They have a game against USC on Saturday. That's a really good game. Or not USC, UCLA, sorry. Well, they do play USC on Thursday, but they play UCLA Saturday. That's a really good game. Virginia at 11, 13 and 3. Yeah, I mean, they were kind of struggling for a bit, but they're on a little 3 game win streak. They play Virginia Tech Wednesday and Wake Forest Saturday. Two pretty good teams. Iowa State moving up 3, even though they just lost. They just lost to Kansas by 2, but they were in control of that game for most of it. They also just blew out Texas Tech. Texas Tech's a good team too. But they blew them out. They won by 34. Um, Iowa State's been looking really good. They play Texas Tuesday. Tomorrow actually. That's a really good game. I'd probably take Iowa State to win that game, to be honest. Yeah, but they've been looking good. TCU at 13. Um, uh, they just I know they lost to Texas by 4, but they just beat Kansas State by 14. I was kind of expecting them to lose that game, to be honest, but they looked really good in that game. Kansas State moving down 2. They got beat by TCU, so they moved down a little. UConn's been falling. Really don't know what happened to them. I mean, they've lost. What is this? I think, yeah, 4 of their last 5. Um, they lost to Marquette by 6. That was a good game. Marquette's a good team. But then they lost to St. John's, and they were at home. That was a little questionable. I wasn't. I mean, St. John's is actually not too bad of a team. They're 13 and 6. They're not in the top 40, but they were one of the teams right there. Auburn at 16, 14 and 3. They just beat Ole Miss and Mississippi State, two not the greatest teams. They play LSU. LSU's not bad. Um, Clemson is one of the highest. I think they might be the highest climber this week, going up 12. They looked really good they just beat Duke by 8. That was impressive. They just keep on winning. I think they're on a pretty good win streak too. 7 game win streak, best in the ACC. Um, well, for like streak wise, the best in the ACC, probably Virginia. There's some good teams in the ACC though. Um, Another team in the ACC, Miami. They lost to NC State in overtime. That was a great game. NC State looked good. Miami looked pretty good too, but they just didn't have enough there. Play Syracuse today. Um, and I played Duke Saturday, so two pretty pretty good teams. Charleston, they just keep on winning. They don't play anyone, so I could see him. I could actually see him winning. I know I say this a lot, but I don't see him losing another game. Maybe one, just 'cause like it's hard to win that much in a row. I think their second game was against North Carolina. Let me see. Uh, Wait. No, wait. Oh yeah. Their second game was against North Carolina, so they've won 17 in a row. So good for them. Providence, just I think they just lost. Yeah, they lost to Creighton. Um, Creighton looked good in that game though. I don't really, and I mean Creighton kind of needed to win. Marquette moving up three. They just beat UConn. They did lose to Xavier, but they were on the road and they only lost by 4. They looked good. They played Providence Wednesday at home. That'll be a great game. Baylor coming back into the top 25. Uh, I still don't think they're all that good of a team to be honest, but they're 12 and 5. They got some tough games coming up though. Their month of January. These are the last 5 games. They play Texas Tech on the road. They play Oklahoma on the road. They play Kansas at home, Arkansas at home, and then they play Texas on the road. Speaking of Arkansas, they've been struggling recently. They're moving down 10. They lost to Alabama. They didn't look all that great in that game. And they lost to Vanderbilt. They looked really bad in that game. Um, they were winning in the first half, and then they got outscored by 21 in the second half. But yeah, I mean they've lost 3 in a row now. Uh, they they play Missouri Wednesday on the road. That's a tough game too. I think they kind of need a win here though. Rutgers getting into the top 25 for the first time this year. They just beat Northwestern and Ohio State. They beat Ohio State in overtime. Um, yeah, they knocked off 2 top 40 teams. They actually knocked Northwestern out of the top 40. Ohio State's still in there, barely hanging on. Um, but they've been looking good. They have some pretty good wins this year. They beat Purdue. Um, yeah, they got some good wins. They beat Indiana. Uh, so uh, they have a loss to Miami, but yeah, they've been good this year. NC State not in the top 25 of the AP poll, but I think they have played. I think they deserve to be here. They just beat someone good. Hold on, let me see. I forgot who it was. NC State just beat Miami. Wait, yeah. Okay, I played one game. They beat Miami in overtime. That was impressive to me. They looked really good. St. Mary's. Let's see. They're 16 and 4. They've been good this year. Arizona State kind of they just came. I mean, I don't know where they went for a while, but they're 15 and 3. I actually didn't know that. I didn't know their record was that good. But they've been winning some games. They haven't been playing much, but or they haven't been playing like uh, they haven't been playing very many like high quality teams. But uh, same with FAU. I know they're 16 and 1. They're ranked in the AP poll. A lot of times these smaller schools, when they get ranked, they go out and lose. So don't be surprised if you see FAU lose. They play UTSA and UTEP. So I mean, two UTSA 7-11. UTEP is 10-8. Two not great teams, but FAU plays them both on the road. I wouldn't be shocked if they lost one of those games. Illinois moving down 4. I don't know if they lost. Um, they didn't lose, but it was kind of just like I kind of wanted to move some teams up a little higher. San Diego State did lose. They just lost to New Mexico. Um, New Mexico looked good in that game. I was kind of surprised though. Michigan State not moving. They've been playing good this year. They've been all over the place. I think the highest been was 10, and the lowest they've been is not even in the top 40. They're at 31 right now. Um, they played Purdue today. They did lose by 1, but they looked good in that game. So, um, but I didn't update the records like off today's game. But it's okay. Wisconsin has not been looking good recently. I was kind of questionable about them. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They lost to Michigan State and Indiana. Um, I think Indiana's somewhere in here. Actually, no, I don't. They're actually not in the top 40. I don't think at all. Um, Wisconsin's gonna need to figure it out. New Mexico just jumped up 8 back into the top 40 for the first time in a little bit because they beat San Diego State. Creighton 10-8. I know their record's bad. I know they got a really tough schedule and they play all the teams close. I know they lost to Xavier by 3, but they looked good in that game, and then they beat Providence. Um, it's tough just cause I know they're 10-8, but I think they're a good team. I think they could beat a lot of these teams here. Ohio State, they've been on a losing streak. They've lost 4 in a row. Um, they need to figure it out. I really don't know if they're all that good, to be honest. But uh, which also makes me think Purdue's not very good since Purdue plays a lot of close games. One of them was to Ohio State. Ohio State should have won that game. Kent State hasn't really played. Actually, that's not true. They're 14-3. Their 3 losses are to Gonzaga. They lost. Kent State was on the road, so they were at Gonzaga and they lost by 7. That's pretty good. Uh, Kent State Houston on the road. They played Houston on the road. Charleston on the road. They beat they lost to Charleston by 2, and they lost to Houston by 5. But both were on the road, so that's actually I really don't like them at all. Missouri takes them. I don't know why they were not two really big ballers. UNC and Kentucky not moving. Just because I think they're good teams. They just need to figure out how to play with each other. But yeah, that's gonna be the video of NBA on Wednesday, just like always. Yeah, we'll see you guys there.